Okay, welcome back to the channel. I don't remember what we did last, but today we are going to convert this trailer over to carrying motorcycles. So it should be pretty straightforward. But I've got this thing right here, which is underneath a bunch of trash. Oh, look out. I've got those motorcycle holders, as well as old style U-type wheel chocks, which are in the garage somewhere. I just can't find them. I think I hid them from myself. But anyway, I'm going to be using those steel things and bolting them to the deck here. So pretty straightforward. That's step one, is to get those on. Step two is to grease those axles. So picked up a grease gun, and it is an old trailer. It doesn't feel sticky or anything, but just want to make sure that I'm prepared to drive with this thing. So that's the plan. Yeah, I'm gonna take this thing to Moab and put a couple dirt bikes on it, I guess. Like this video, subscribe, let's get to it. And there's two. And all I'm gonna do is just screw those down because it doesn't need a whole lot of pressure, right? The weight of the bike is gonna hold those things in place. Just need some washers. And yeah, I'm gonna make sure that all of these, or a lot of these holes, have a screw going through them, just to prevent any sliding. So I'm gonna use my little washer kit and some standard 6 by 1 1/4 screws, and I'm not worried about destroying this wood because I'm gonna replace it. It's definitely seen better days. It's almost time to just rip it out and start over, and yeah, that's the plan. So let's figure out what washer will work. Okay, so what I did was the 2 up front, 2 at the back, and then the center holes, and then everything else is just going to be out. So that's not going anywhere. The weight of the bike, and then it'll be ratcheted to this tie down and this tie down and the ones on the back. So yeah, really it's just to prevent the wheel from going side to side, and this will do that. Cool. Now let's see that one. Alright, next up is the center ear. And so it was originally installed in these two, right here and here. I'm going to drill from the underside. See the hole? Here's one hole, and the other is somewhere. Should be right here. So I'm going to drill up and through this slider, and this one should be good. So straightforward, but I'm going to use the existing mounting points. Okay, we're just going to open up these holes a little bit. there's 2. And now these should just bolt right up, as far as I can tell. Oh, it would help if I put it on the right way. Alright. Might not have been this one. I have 2 more of these that might fit better, so hold it. Alright, it appears to be this one. Okay, I found the appropriate bolts. Let's see if we can get that thing in there. Alright, might have a little bit of an issue. Okay, so we're gonna just cut a little notch out that's not used on a regular basis. Now, I'm just gonna cut this one off. Boom. Now that that's been installed, I'm going to use some blue Loctite on all 4 bolts on the bottom, and we're going to make sure that that doesn't go anywhere. Alright. Perfect. So I got 3 spots for motorcycles. If I'm doing just 1 bike, put it in the center. 2 bikes on the sides. 3 bikes could probably make it work, although the handlebars might be a little too close. We'll see. And then I can always put a couple bikes in the back of the truck. So pretty straightforward. Alright. We're going to flash forward to a couple days from now, and I need to get some grease, and then we'll grease these axles. Pretty easy though. Okay, new day. Got some grease. Got this grease gun. So we're gonna use this to apply grease to those bearings. Diesel heater's running. It's a little cold out. But yeah, this should be pretty straightforward. So I'm gonna jack the trailer up, take the wheel off, and then see what we're working with. So should be fun. Now we're going to use the M18 Impact. Take some of these out. Super easy work. Now I'm going to take off this bearing cover. Pretty straightforward. Thing's definitely seen better days, but whatever. And now I'm going to put on my gloves, and then I'm going to get some needle nose pliers to take out that cotter pin. Pretty straightforward. And we'll reuse this cotter pin because it's, yeah, why not? Why waste a good cotter pin. Put that someplace safe. Now, time to take off this nut, which is super loose. I guess it doesn't need to be super tight either. Bearing actually looks pretty good. So we got the outer bearing, seems like it's okay. And then the inner bearing seems fine. So what I'm gonna do is load this thing up with grease. Slide this back on. Load that interior up with grease, and then shove this thing in and call it a day. And for the record, that is a 29 millimeter bolt. It needs a 29 millimeter socket. I'm not going to torque this all the way down. I'm just using it to speed up the process. There we go. It's a little too tight. So back that off just a tad. Alright, cotter pin's going back in. There we go. Last step. That goes back on, and we will hit it with this. I'm sure everybody in the comments is going to be like, you did it wrong! Well, as you can see, there's now more grease in there than there was before. Now I got a free spinning axle. Let's just get that wheel back on, call it a day on this side. And now let's repeat on the other side. Lot of grease on that one either, so let's take this one out. Same thing, gonna fill that thing up with grease and call it a day. Okay, all that's left is to torque these to between 70 and 80 foot-pounds. So I'm using my digital torque wrench and just going to... There's one. Cool. First set's done. Okay, trailer's ready to go. Let's drop this. Put the pin in, and we are cooking with gas. Well, that's it. I hope you learned something out of this video. It's nice having such a wide trailer that can be multi-purpose, but you know, whatever. Ideally, I'd have an enclosed trailer, but not enough of you are subscribing to my YouTube channel, so until that happens, I'm going to stick with this flat deck. So, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you learned something, so we'll see you on the next time. Peace.